Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, otherwise strange content. You want to watch an old episode of I Love Lucy with me? Too bad, because you're going to. With the addition of WandaVision on Disney+, I have been inspired to go back and watch a lot of the old sitcoms that I grew up watching with my parents and grandparents, and they are every bit as charming and every bit as batshit crazy as I remember them. I mean, they're charming when you're not thinking about the various social issues that were not figured out in the 1950s, but that's for another day. I thought I would bring some of those old TV episodes to the channel and talk about them the way that we talk about everything and just see how it goes. And today I thought I'd start with, the mother of all sitcoms, I Love Lucy. Today I've chosen to look at an early episode. I think this came out in 1951, I think. If I can get my computer to turn on. Come on, computer. Yep, today we're looking at Season 1, Episode 7 of I Love Lucy, called The Seance. And it's the episode that involves Lucy and Ethel getting weirdly spiritual. There's a lot, so we'll just get into it. We open with Lucy reading a book on numerology. It's worth pointing out, I'm not an expert on anything in this realm. If you are and you feel so inclined, let me know in the comments how inaccurate this whole episode is, because my gut tells me that this is not accurate. But anyway, bearing that in mind, let's move on.
Good morning, dear. What cooks with the breakfast?
Yes, dear. Oh, breakfast, yeah.
I love how in classic 1950s style, he's probably closer to he walks past the coffee pot and sits down and is like, why didn't you get me my coffee?
What's so interesting?
Numerology, it's just fascinating.
Oh, no. Always a lot of nonsense.
It is not. Now, you read that book and see for yourself, Five.
5?
Yeah, that's your name in numerology. I figured it out.
I have no idea if that's actually how numerology works, but if it is, I'm curious to know what my name is in numerology.
For all you know, Ricky Ricardo, you might be going through life with the wrong name. Hey, I better figure out the right one for you. Let's see now. 2 and 3 are 5, and C is 6. Now, we need 4. Uh-oh.
What is it?
Genevieve.
Of course, you'll have to buy towels marked hers and hers.
Putting the, gender traditionalism, I don't know if that's a term. You know what I mean. Putting all that aside, I don't think I realized the concept of his and hers towels were that old. Interesting. Boomer knickknacks really do stand the test of time.
Oh, you dropped some silverware. That means company is coming. And it's a fork. That means it's going to be a woman. Oh, and my palm itches. You know what that means, don't you? That means I'm going to get some money.
I actually like this scene a lot because coming from the superstitious family that I did, I immediately recognized what she was talking about with the fork dropping and the palm itching and all that stuff.
I tell you what, my witch doctor friend, I'll make a deal with you.
What?
If a woman comes to the house and gives you some money, I will give you $10.
Damn, could you pay a mortgage with $10 back in the 1950s?
But if this loaded female does not appear, you will forget all about these horoscopes, numerology, and superstition and all the rest of the nonsense, all right?
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
So they make this bet. It immediately gets fulfilled.
Good morning, Lucy. Here's the mail. Mr. Six just brought it. Oh, thank you. And here's the $1 I borrowed from you yesterday.
I'm very jealous of Ethel's pockets in her dress. I want one.
I better leave for rehearsal before I lose my sanity. Hey, by the way, my barber is gonna call this morning to see if I can make it this afternoon for a haircut. Tell him yes.
So Ricky goes to leave for work. He tells her that the barber's gonna call to schedule a haircut and to tell him yes and to set it up, I guess.
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I want to look up your horoscope. This might not be a good day for you to have a haircut.
And Lucy checks his horoscope to make sure that it's a good day for him to be doing stuff. And
Here it is, Gemini. This is your big day. Everything you do today will turn out well.
the horoscope gives him the all clear, so she sends him off to work.
Well, I don't know. I'm worried.
About what?
You better look up the barber and see if it's a good day for him to give me a haircut.
And then, uh-oh,
Matter of fact, this is yesterday's paper. What?
the paper was yesterday's paper. So who knows what's gonna happen to Ricky today?
What What did I do with today's paper? Oh, no. What did it say? This is not your day. Danger lurks everywhere. Climb in a hole and pull the hole in after you.
This is where you're glad to live in the age of technology. I can just ask Alexa to tell me my horoscope daily, and it'll never be out of date. Hey, Alexa. Oh, no, I unplugged her. I unplugged her when I was cleaning today. Alexa, no! No. I killed her. I was gonna ask for my horoscope. Did they leave the door open? Did they not have to pay for air conditioning back then?
He shouldn't even go to the barber. He might lose an ear or something.
So convinced of Ricky's certain doom, when the barber calls, she immediately tells him no.
Look, Ricky told me you were going to call, and the answer is no. N-O. See here, what is your name? Merriweather?
Merriweather. What a pretty old-fashioned name. We should bring back the name Merriweather.
Lucy!
Oh, honey, am I glad you came back.
But Ricky doubles back for something, and so, she tells him, it's actually not your day.
I came back because I remember I'm expecting a very important phone call here this morning.
What about?
I don't want to talk about it. It's bad luck to talk about a big deal before it's set.
Oh, I see how it is. Lucy's superstitions are silly, but yours are normal. I get it. I feel like I'm being too hard on Ricky today. I actually do like Ricky. He's adorable. Desi Arnaz was such a great performer.
Well, if it's that big, I'll do better than that. I'm not finished yet.
But all their good luck isn't going to really do them any good, because it turns out the guy that called, not the barber.
You sure nobody called?
It's the barber.
Well, that's good, because I want to make sure to talk to Mr. Merriweather personally.
Very important businessman, who Lucy just said no to in no uncertain terms.
He's one of the biggest theatrical producers in town, and he's going to call me here this morning and offer me a job in one of his next shows.
Yikes.
Is there any chance that Bosco Lupus has changed his name to Merriweather?
Lucy? What have you done?
Oh, God. Calm down. Everybody calm down.
What have you done?
Stand still and I'll tell you.
Well?
Well, Mr. Merriweather called and I thought it was a barber and I told him no.
What?
I was only trying to help. Help!
Also, I feel like that implied violence wouldn't fly anymore, but moving on.
You're gonna go down there in person, on your knees. Come on.
But as luck would have it, Mr. Merriweather, also a highly spiritual person. We find him in his office trying to contact somebody with a Ouija board.
Hello, Mr. Ricardo.
Hello, Mr. Merriweather. This is my wife, Lucy. She has something to tell you.
Oh, how charming.
Mr. Merriweather seems like a very reasonable person. Reasonable person. I can't talk today, I'm sorry.
It's after 12.
After 12?
Yes, my horoscope says no more business after noon today.
Oh, you follow horoscopes.
I wish I could find a good seance.
So to impress this guy and get back on his good side, Lucy tells him that they're having a seance at their apartment that night and that he should come.
Well, now, it just happens that we're having a seance at our house tonight.
It seems kind of unnecessary because they seem to be getting off onto a better footing as it is. But anyway, that's a thing that happens.
Now, Ethel will be the medium, and you and I and Fred will just sit here and hold hands.
Well, what good will that do?
It's decided that Ethel will play the medium. I feel like this way of, mediums always being depicted, with the way that they dress and everything stems from some sort of appropriation, which we're not down with on this channel, but I haven't done any research on this subject. So, I just fell down this rabbit hole of discrimination against the Romani culture in our, popular media, and how prevalent it is, and how there's just so many things that we say and do all the time that's just super offensive to them. And holy shit, that's not cool. So Lucy and Ethel agree that Lucy will pretend to be Tilly, the ghost that the, Mr. Merriweather is trying to talk to.
I have a feeling we're going to contact the other side tonight.
Yeah, what makes you think so?
Shake hands with Tilly Merriweather.
And little do they know that Ricky and Fred are basically planning on Fred doing the same thing.
Now, do you think you can sound like a female spirit?
Well, I don't know, but I can certainly try, old dear old boy.
So let's see how this goes.
All you have to do is pretend that you have a headache and that you want to go downstairs to bed, see? Then as soon as the seance gets going, I'll stamp my foot twice. You sneak up and pretend to be the voice of Mrs. Merriweather.
I don't know why Fred has to go downstairs and then come back up. It feels like an extra step, making more work for themselves, but anyway. Smooth. Very smooth.
Fred, is something wrong?
It's my head!
Oh.
Hi, it's the next day now. I don't know why, but my camera decided to play this fun little game called Let's Not Record Part of the Video last night. So I'm back. My camera angle's weird. I have no idea how to fix it. Oh well. It's only one scene, so we're gonna make it work. Where were we? Fred pretending to die, and then he left, and then... Yeah, okay. I know where we are.
You look seriously ill to me.
Oh, if it's his head, he's all right. There's nothing up there to hurt.
Ooh! Ouch, that sick Ethel burn, man. Ethel's great. And then Mr. Merriweather shows up in his very dapper little bowler hat. Super adorable. So everybody sits down for the seance. I wonder if people in sitcoms ever find it weird that nobody sits on that one side of the table ever.
Hello! Oh, excuse me.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
And Lucy sneaks away to pretend to be a ghost.
Oh,
And Ricky signals Fred to come back upstairs.
What's the matter?
my foot was asleep.
Oh.
This is not a very subtle plan. There's a lot of flaws that I see in this plan.
Ethel to Tilly. Ethel to Tilly. Come in, Tilly. Over.
I like to imagine that that really is how people talk to each other in the spirit realm, like pilots. I hope when I'm crossed over, I'm a badass ghost pilot. My god, did I catch what she has?
But Tilly, that sneeze. Are you sick?
Sick, I'm dead.
That's a solid point.
Ow! Oh, I mean, ow!
What's the matter?
Oh, I burned myself. It's awfully hot here.
Oh, that's where you are.
Oh no. God damn it. Nothing like making someone's loved ones think that they have gone to hell.
Tell me, Tilly, who did you like the best? Me or Mrs. Merriweather?
Huh, so if Tilly wasn't Mrs. Merriweather, who was Tilly? Okay, I think that's all that my camera missed last night, so I'm going to send you back to the footage of me where I have makeup on. Bye! Also, Fred finally shows up to the party again.
If I may, I should like to try and contact Mrs. Merriweather.
Mrs. Merriweather?
Which actually works out better than you might expect.
Come in, Mrs. Merriweather. Over.
Though it does cause some confusion.
That doesn't sound like Adelaide. Shut up, you worm! That's Adelaide!
Oh no, poor Mr. Merriweather.
My trance is wearing off. I think you better hang up now.
It just reminds me of... I don't know why I remember this, but you remember Evan Almighty, where Steve Carell's like praying and he's like, okay, God, I'm gonna hang up now. But the seance ends. Mr. Merriweather is happy. The girls are very freaked out.
You really contacted the other side.
They're convinced that they actually contacted a ghost.
Hello, Fred.
Hello.
Fred's equally confused. There's something very charming about knowing that something was actually filmed in front of a live studio audience when you can just hear somebody cough really loudly. There's an ongoing debate on whether or not laugh tracks are a good thing or a bad thing. I'm pro I'm pro sitcom laugh tracks if they're a live audience. Anyway.
Honey, you got the best horoscopes in town.
I don't think horoscopes had anything to do with this.
Thank you.
You know what he did?
What?
Mr. Merriweather gave me an even better job.
All's well that ends well. Ricky gets a better job.
I was the voice of Tilly. But you know that other voice, Mrs. Merriweather? It was real.
It certainly was.
Tilly was apparently a ghost dog, so that's fun.
If Tilly wasn't Mrs. Merriweather, who was she?
He said he knew it was the real thing because it sounded exactly like Tilly if she could talk.
I love how everything just kind of works itself out in sitcom world.
Tilly was Mr. Merriweather's Cocker Spaniel.
And there you have it. That's an episode of I Love Lucy. I have a fascination with these old sitcoms. I grew up watching them. I still watch them sometimes, you know, when I'm working or just kind of in a bad mood. And for as, like, outdated and as much as they are a product of their own time, there really is, like, a charm to them. They are classic TV. And so I just, yeah. And I've been interested in them all over again since WandaVision and all that, the new, with all the extra focus on that format. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to bring them to the channel. I hope you guys like it, and if you want to see more episodes of I Love Lucy or other sitcoms, let me know. I think it'd be really fun to keep covering them. But I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. Bye.